We are going to stop. We are going to stop.
Lawyers for the incarcerated veteran opposition leader Dr. Kizza Besigye and his aide Obeid Lutale are not about to give up on the quest to have them released from the shackles of prison. They have engaged an extra gear by going back to ask the courts of law to compel the Attorney General and the Commissioner General of Prison to be made to appear before the court. Their push is to have the two senior government officials justify to the court why the two detainees and several others kept behind bars through the orders of the General Court-Martial have not been released.
The Attorney General has arrogated himself those powers of issuing orders of remand, and that cannot be accepted, and it is the reason we want him to be summoned by the Honorable Court here to ask him where he derives powers to issue orders of remand.
What we are seeking are fresh orders. We are now seeking orders to release. Prisons is also giving an excuse that for us we can only release someone we're having in our custody after a release order from court. So we want to put all that evidence before court to see that there is no reason right now why these people are in custody.
The Supreme Court, in a landmark decision issued last week, annulled the trial of civilians by the General Court-Martial. Military personnel were by the decision also spared from being tried in the military court for offences with custodial sentences. But the Attorney General, Chiriwa Chonoka, told Parliament that the release of prisoners by the prison will be subject to determination by the court, and after a list of those with pending cases has been provided by the Prison Service and the General Court-Martial.
The Uganda Prisons Authorities are advised to await the process above and orders of competent courts regarding any matters concerning detention of accused persons hitherto facing trial in the military court.
Senior Kenyan lawyer Martha Karua rebuked the process as a delay tactic.
Those are the most obvious cases. By now, they should be free. As for the case of Dr. Besigye and Lutale, there are no warrants. It's no brainer that they ought to have left the prison by Friday evening.
However, both Lukwago and George Musisi hold different views on whether the files of the criminal offences can be taken over by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Lukwago holds that ODPP is mandated to handle cases investigated by the police.
What I agree with is that they can't go directly to court because criminal charges are only instituted by either the DPP or a private prosecutor. But there is no legal bar that stops a DPP from receiving file from a security officer. There are many investigating agencies. Uganda Wildlife Authority can investigate, IGG does investigate, and the DPP can always has the mandate to take over those files.
Musisi adds that they will tomorrow apply with affidavit of the incarcerated. Meanwhile, the lawyers say they were able to verify that the Attorney General wrote to the Chief Justice to notify him of the process undertaken to implement the Supreme Court orders. They, however, decried that they were not furnished with a copy of the writing. Jackson Onyango, NTV.